Hi, I'm Beth with 50 Plus Beauty, and I'm so glad you're here with me today to create this work makeup look. It's a basic neutral look that you can wear every day to work, and as you can tell, I'm in my work blazer today because I have a very special meeting. I'm in insurance sales, and I have a meeting this morning for about 10 or 15 people from a local insurance consulting firm that we don't work with much right now, but I'm going to go and try to convince them to work with us. So I'm wearing my blazer to look as professional as possible, and I'm also taking cookies. These are fabulous. These are from a local cookie store called Connie's Cookies. They are just wonderful sugar cookies. I don't eat them because I'm gluten-free, but that's what we women do, is we make great speeches and convince people and take cookies. That always helps. So give me just a few minutes to get rid of the cookies, get rid of the blazer, get rid of the makeup, and we'll get started. Okay, let's get down to this. First, we're going to do primers, and I'm going to do this really fast. Pour Professional. I do love this primer. It really does null out your pores. So that's the face primer. I always use a lid primer, and you can't see this, but this is the Smashbox lid primer, color correcting. I love this primer. Rather expensive. However, you don't have to use a lot, and it color corrects your lids, which I really like. Now we're going to go in with foundation, and this is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. It's just a really easy, quick foundation. Goes on very nicely. This is my iBeauty Artiste dupe. Really like this brush. Got it at Target in a set. I think 5 of them were like $19.99. And I did order a real Artiste brush, and I have it sitting there. I have not used it because really it doesn't feel any different to me. And I think I got it for $40 on eBay. But I just can't decide if I'm really going to keep it. Because if this does the same thing, and I suspect that it does, there's no point really in buying the designer brand. Although time will tell. Because probably in my mind I'll think, oh, that brush will probably do something a little bit special. And the thing special that it does is probably just takes my money. A lot of products do that with me. This is a special day. I have to make a presentation today. It doesn't happen all the time. So I want to make sure I get everything done on my neck. I have some discoloration over here, and I think it's because we drive. I know I didn't get sunblock down here all those years, and that's why the discoloration there. I'm going to be running an experiment with some bleaching cream, and we'll see if we can get rid of that on camera for you guys. Now, let's go in with a little under eye concealer, and like everyone, I love this Tarte Shape Tape. It's a really good one, and of course the applicator is huge, which makes it a little bit difficult to control things. And it means that almost always you get too much on there, which is not good. And one other thing, whenever you do this, it squishes out the sides. Maybe I'll try my little Artiste dupe brush to blend that in. Here it is. I'm not sure I think this is necessary, but it is part of the set, so we'll try it. Now, I'm going to go in with some powder, and I've not been using the loose powder just because it's too messy. And so I've been using this MAC blotting powder in medium, just to kind of set the lid primer and all of the other kind of greasy things we've got going on our face right now. Go ahead and take that down there. Let's go ahead and clean up the eyebrows. I never ever used to do eyebrows. I would just let them go, but then they started to turn gray, a gift of being 50. But I went through several brow products, and I finally stumbled upon this, which I really like, and it's the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. But it just gives them a little bit more depth of color, which is difficult when you're blonde. My hair is blonde, my roots are brown, and so my eyebrows are brown. But I've tried going lighter on the brows, and it just doesn't look very good. Have a little drink of coffee in my favorite coffee cup. Now, I'm going to do a very neutral business eye, but I think I might do a little bit of darkness, maybe a little bit of black on the outside corners. This is the original Lorac Pro palette. I really like this palette. And I think to be a little dangerous, I'll go in with this light pink color here. Usually I would do the cream, but I'm trying to learn to branch out a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with that whitish color in the upper brow. think I'll use the same brush because a little bit of pink would not be a bad thing. I'm never sure I like total white up there, so just a little bit of pink or a little bit of beige, I don't mind that. Now we're going to go in on the transition, and I think we'll go ahead and be very neutral here. We'll do this taupe color here, this brown, kind of a light medium brown, and I'm using the MAC 221 brush. Love this brush. I have quite a few brushes, as those of you who know me know, but I always go back to that brush for the transition. I have one gray eyebrow. It's driving me crazy. Okay, got rid of that gray. I don't know how many days I can do that before I'm just not going to have any eyebrows. Okay, got the transition in. Now let's be a little more dramatic. On the outer V, let's go in with this purplish color, the second color there. Go ahead and give it a little more drama. Tamp off the brush. I'm going to use this just in case. I'm starting to get more comfortable with purples. They're kind of a nice accent. And they don't look that purple when they're just used in like an outer V. Now I think I'll go in and do a little accent on the transition. Little accent. A little bit of a mini wing out there. Now, a very important thing is to go ahead and blend that. So we'll go ahead and blend that, and you just kind of blend it in an upward direction. I'm excited for this meeting today. I am hoping that we can get some more business coming our way. Sales presentation this morning, probably for about 10 people. And I've had this on the books for about 3 or 4 months, so this is a big deal. That's how we look so far. Now I think we need a little bit more sparkle in the middle there, going in with that light bronze color again. Okay, that gives a little sparkle. Just pat that on. Maybe I'll do a little bit of that in the inner corner because I've got some darkness there. Just to kind of clean that up. It's not real noticeable. Okay. Now I'm going to line the bottom of the eyes, and I'm going to use my little e.l.f. concealer brush, which I love. And we'll just go back in with that taupe transition color, just to do a little line under there. Other side. And you always bring it, little arc, little crescent, and bring it up on the side as if it's a little bit of a mini wing. Let's do that. Happy eyes, as my grandmother would say. Okay, now to open up the eyes, especially since I'm speaking this morning and I want to appear wide awake, I'm going to use my Anastasia Pro Pencil in Nude. I use this almost every morning. I tried a drugstore brand and didn't like it nearly as well. It just kind of wakes you up a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with liner, and I'm going to just do a waterline on the top line. And this is the Flower brand eyeliner pencil in Sapphire. Water lines are nice and easy. A little hard to get used to at first, especially with contacts, but you do. Beauty is pain, as they say. I'm just going to add some mascara off camera. For a basic work look, I always like a nudish lid or a beigey lid in a brown transition, and maybe just a little something darker in the outer V to give it a little bit of pop. You know, I'm still feeling like those eyes need a little more pop, so I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Color Tattoo. Just a little bit up there. And maybe a little bit in the bottom corner. You know, I may go in and do a little bit of shading on the side of my cheekbones. I'll use the Smashbox Contour Kit. It comes with a little brush, which I like that little brush. Just dip into that little outer color. We'll just shade the side of that cheekbone, maybe down a little bit. You see it kind of brings the side, this side of the face comes in a little bit, whereas this one's more out. I have very big, puffy cheekbones. a little bit under the chin. Since this is a special day, cut in that chin a little bit. So I'll go in with that highlighter color there. Okay, I like that. Okay, now let's go in for some blush, and I love this blush. This is the Flower brand Flower Pots blush in Wild Rose, and it's one of my favorite fuchsia colors. This is the Glam N Beauty brush that I got in a set from Walmart, $5 or $6 for 5 or 6 brushes. And this can go on pretty intensely, so I just kind of pat it on rather than rub. You know, it is amazing what blush does. Just kind of wakes you up, and you kind of put that on, you go, whoa, that looks nice. Blush has great powers to make us happy. Isn't makeup a happy thing? I mean, it really is. It just takes kind of normal looking people and makes them a little special. Okay. I think that looks good. Now let's make that a little more special. Aha, here's my special product. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. Love this. It just gives you a little bit of a youthful glow. I just put it on the apple of the cheek. I should have showed you the difference, but you kind of get a little bit of shine there. See that little shine? That's a good shine, that's a youthful shine, and it came from the drugstore. That's a cheap shine too, which is a good thing. I'm going to go in with a little powder, just because I think, mentioning shine, I have too much all over my face. I'm going to use this dual finish in Matte Buff, and actually this is a foundation. It's a Lancome foundation, and I actually wore this way back when in my 30s. And I discovered it again recently. I'm just going to go in with my IT Cosmetics big fluffy brush. And I'll just kind of null out that shine there. With that nose, maybe a little bit. Come down here a little bit. Okay, let's go in and do lips. And I have been loving this new lip pencil that I've discovered, and it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish in Rose Quartz. You got to see the price sticker there. Just go across the Cupid's bow. If you're a lip challenge like I am, always fighting small lips. I did do my derma roller this morning. You can go along the bottom, go slightly outside the natural lip line. Okay, there's the lip liner, which I really do like this liner. And I'm going to go over it with a little Ulta lip crayon, a matte lip crayon in the color Carnival. I really kind of like the Ulta lipsticks. I'm not jazzed out their eyeshadows because they don't seem to go on and they're not very pigmented. But I really do like their lipsticks. So that's kind of a dramatic color. Ladies, that's the work look for the day. All I do today is I add a blazer and hopefully just wow them with my insurance knowledge. If you're not a subscriber, I hope you will subscribe and click the little bell to get notification of my future videos so you won't miss anything. We have a great time here. Now, I always like to leave you with the last thought for the day, so I'm going to use my little cards, the Language of Letting Go cards by Melody Beattie, and I'll put the link below in case you'd like to get them. They are wonderful. And what I do is every morning I just choose one of these cards and I let the universe tell me what I should concentrate on for the day. Because every day I try to sort of improve one thing about my attitude. Because I can have a sucky attitude. And in the first half, I let my attitude kind of rule me. You know, it's like, how am I feeling today? And then I would just go with that and feel miserable. And then I realized, aha, you know, I'm the one who controls my attitude, so I can make a positive change. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. Oh my gosh, what a weird card for me. Learning lessons at work. Oh my, this is strange because I really do. This is a huge meeting for me, ladies. Oh my, this is just for me. I'm getting tingles. Learning lessons at work. Today I will accept my present circumstances on the job. I will reflect on the fact that what I'm learning in my life applies to what I'm learning at work. I believe that I'm right where I need to be, both at home and at my job. I believe that I'm right where I need to be, both at home and at my job. Oh my, ladies, learning lessons at work, that is a fabulous card for me because quite honestly, I am loving, loving, loving YouTube. I am loving this. But ladies, that isn't my job. That's not what I get paid for. This is a wonderful hobby and I need to remember that. I mean, I absolutely love this. It fills my heart. But You know, I'm in insurance sales. I just need to really focus on that today and be the best insurance salesperson I can be. And I can have two things in life. We can combine our work that we make money at with our hobby that we have fun at. So that's going to be my lesson for today, and I think it's really an irony that this is the card that came up for me when I'm doing YouTube in the morning and then going off and selling insurance. Wow, very neat thing. So ladies, in conclusion, like the card says, whatever your circumstances in life today, I hope you'll be where your feet are, appreciate where you are, appreciate every detail about your life, be grateful for it all. Take care.